Hello and welcome. You are watching the Marblecast. Marbula 1 is about to begin, and I'm going to make a couple of quick videos, the first of which being this one, where I'm going to take every single team currently competing in the Marble League universe. I guess we could call it currently competing in Yale's Marble runs in some capacity, looking at if they are in or out of this season of Marbula 1, and if they deserve to be there or not. I have 4 tiers on the tier list. First up is they are in Marbula 1 and they deserve to be. Second tier is they are in Marbula 1 but I do not believe they deserve to be. Third tier is they are not in Marbula 1 but they should be. And the fourth tier is that they are not in Marbula 1 and they probably shouldn't be. No offense to the team. First up, we have the Balls of Chaos. This is pretty simple. 4th place last year. They were very good. I'm going to talk about the racers more next video, but I will touch on them briefly for each team here. Clutter and Tumult, same racers as last year, got them 4th. They should be pretty decent this year, or maybe not. They're the Balls of Chaos. They're so hard to predict. As an analyst, it's a nightmare watching the Balls of Chaos. Next up, we have the Bumblebees. They are bringing back Bumble, and the new racer is Stinger from the Hornets. I'm honestly on the fence here, but considering some of the other teams that did make the league, I'm going to say the Bumblebees deserve to be there. Their track won't be raced this season, as they are preparing to host the 2023 Marble League, which I think is going to be awesome theming. Or rather, have some awesome theming. English is hard. But yeah, Bumblebees, I think, are good enough to be in this competition for another season. Next up, the Chocolatiers. They're in this competition, and I do not know why. They came 15th place in their first season last season. I'm actually going to go off script a little bit here and go ahead and rank the Turtle Sliders now, because this is a direct comparison to the Chocolatiers. The Turtle Sliders did not make this Marbula 1 season and finished ahead of the Chocolatiers in the previous one. So this just makes absolutely no sense to me. I think the Turtle Sliders, if the Chocolatiers are there, deserve to be there. And yeah, this tier list needs to be somewhat balanced. I think most of the teams in Marbula 1 deserve to be there, but the Chocolatiers are one of the couple who I think don't deserve it. Crazy Cat's Eyes are next. I'm not gonna discuss this any further. And yeah, if you don't know who the Crazy Cat's Eyes are, I don't know why you found this video. Thanks for being here, but you should probably go watch Yellow's Marble runs a little more before coming back. Next up are the Gliding Glaciers. I think they deserve another shot. Came in 10th place in their first season. And yeah, I think they deserve one more chance. The Green Ducks are also here. They're always a pretty good contender in pretty much all the competitions they are in, including Marbula 1. I expect them to be heavy title contenders this season. Next up are the Hazers. Considering the roster changes they made, I'm not sure they deserve to be here, but overall prestige of the franchise and performance in the past, I think the Hazers do deserve to be here. Next up are the Indigo Stars. This was the absolute robbery of the Marbula 1 season. They should be there 100%. Performed pretty well in the Showdown last year, and even if you're not considering Marble League performances for invitations to Marbula 1, which they clearly are in the case of the Pinkies, who we will actually get to later. I won't be skipping around this time. The Indigo Stars have not had their shot yet, and they totally deserve to be there ahead of the 15th place last season Chocolatiers, along with a couple of the other teams on this list. Next up are the Jungle Jumpers. This is the first team who I understand why they're out of Marbula 1. They were one of the historically worst teams of all time in Season 2, and it's going to take them doing a lot to get a second chance. Next up, the Cobalts, bronze medalists from last year. Not going to elaborate further. Going to go swiftly on to the Limers. The Limers were very poor in their Marbula 1 attempts, and I do believe that it is deserved they do not make it this season. Next up, we're moving on to one of the bigger teams in Yellow's marble runs who did not make this season. Mellow Yellow missed out this season. They had been in all 3 previous seasons, and to be honest, even as a Mellow Yellow fan, there are teams who deserve to be here more than Mellow Yellow, and for that reason, I will understand why they're not there. Next up, the Midnight Wisps. Dead last year, was very bad, and I understand why they aren't here. Same thing goes with the Minty Maniacs. All of the M teams have been removed from Marbula 1, were there last season, and are not this season, not counting Team Momo, because that starts with a T. Minty Maniacs, I totally get not being in this season. The Oceanics were also very poor, are currently one of the worst teams in the Yellow's Marble Runs universe, and yeah, they're not going to be getting their chance for quite a while. Next up, we have the O-Rangers, the reigning champions of Season 3. Obviously, they deserve to be back. And next we have another reigning champion, but this time of the Marble League. It's the Pinkies. They are in this season, and frankly, I don't think they deserve it. Winning the Marble League is one thing. It's very impressive, obviously, but Marbula 1 is a completely different skill set. It's a lot of individual talent, and speed, long-form racing is just not something that comes up too often in the Marble League. So I don't think, even though they won the Marble League, the Pinkies deserve to be here. Prove me wrong, Pinkies. You have in the past. Now we have a second team in a row to go into the undeserved category. The Raspberry Racers finished 14th in both of their attempts. Took a season off, probably not by their own choice, and now they're back, ahead of multiple teams who I believe should be there. A possible reason for their return is being a fan favorite, as well as their track, the Razway, but who knows? Big franchise bias playing a factor there. The Rojo Rollers, on the other hand, the other red team, just aren't on that same tier, and are understandably not invited. The Savage Speeders, we don't need to question. We will be moving on. The Shining Swarm, silver medalists in the Marble League. Again, doesn't really matter, as I mentioned with the Pinkies, but showed promise in their first Marbula 1 season, and I'm glad they are back. The Snowballs are a very interesting case. I do believe the Snowballs would be in this league if the Pinkies were not. Thus, I'm going to say they deserve to be there. The Snowballs, and most specifically Snowy, really deserve a second shot at the Marbula 1 tracks. Snowy was 1 point away from the individual championship, although it wasn't 2, depending on the tiebreaker. Finished 1 point behind Speedy in Season 1 for the individual championship. Did pretty well in Season 2, not as good. And has not gotten a shot since, and won't this year, which is a shame. I want to see Snowy out on those tracks. The Solar Flares are very poor, don't deserve to be there. Maybe Ember, but you can't race with only one team member as much as Team Primary would like to. We'll get to them in a moment. Team Galactic, one of the strongest teams in Marbula 1. Starry is an absolute menace out on those tracks. Should be a contending team for the podium spots at the end of the season. Team Momo, same deal. Mimo is a quality racer. Momo can be a quality racer, but also can sometimes not. Anyways, we will see what Momo do in this season. I think they deserve to be there. And here we have Team Primary. Team Primary have one of the best rookies from the last season, the second best rookie actually, Arip finishing in 5th. The Cobalts had the best with Royal in 3rd. Team Primary deserved to be there. They had to get rid of 40th place Prim, replacing them with Rima. I'll get more into that in the Racers video. But with Arip, I do think they deserve to be there. The final team on this list that isn't a new team or retired team are the Thunderbolts. And Bolt is a quality racer. I do think that 3 teams that aren't deserving to be in there and 3 teams that do deserve to be in there is a good balance. I think that's a good balance, and I don't think the Thunderbolts have any reason to be cut from the roster just yet. So I'll go ahead and leave them in reserve for now. And now here we have the 4 new teams introduced. The Blackjacks, Purple Rockets, Team Plasma, and the Wolfpack. We will start, obviously, with the Blackjacks. I think they deserve to be here. They came out of retirement and finished very well in the showdown. And I think, again, new teams deserve their shots. So the Blackjacks, I like it. I think they deserve at least one chance. If they're poor, you can always just not invite them next season. Purple Rockets, they won the Marble Mania X tournament, which really doesn't have anything to do with Marbula 1. And performed alright in the showdown. They deserve a shot, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in deserves to be there. But it's also kind of understandable. So with the polarity of this tier list, I can't put like much nuance here, but I think they deserve to be there, but not over these other 3 teams. Team Plasma, as the dominant champions of the showdown, showed that they're back and they are a favorite to be a strong rookie team. And the Wolfpack have a lot of hype, I'm not actually sure what else the Wolfpack have, but they sure do have hype, and the entire community is excited to see them, except for any Indigo Stars fans out there who believe that the Stars should be ahead of the Wolfpack. I think there's 3 other teams the Stars should be ahead of as well, but hey, I can't change your mind about that. Yeah, I think the Wolfpack deserve their shot, and that will do it for this tier list. We have the 4 retired teams down here. Actually, let me just add a row below here. Call it. And yeah, alright. I think this tier list is done. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on this new Marbula 1 season, and what teams you think deserve to be there and possibly don't. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you out on the tracks for Marbula 1.